Welcome back. I'm often teaching a subject like Kriya Yoga or Om Japa in the chakras, and I can tell from some of the questions that I get that students are thinking of it as a visualization exercise. So you often might hear me say, no, it's not a visualization exercise. It's primarily a feeling exercise. So I want to get into that, why that is important, how that works in your brain, and I want to walk through a couple exercises to get into the correct part of the brain and show you just absolutely how powerful that can be. So let's get into it. So a lot of times I'll be teaching Om Japa in the chakras, and the questions I start getting are, okay, what color is the chakra? What color should it be? How should I see this? Should I see it this way or see it this way? And if you are a very visual person, some of those visual elements are going to come into it. So for example, if you're talking to somebody, telling them how to tie a shoe, then you might start picturing it a little bit, but you'll soon drop the picturing of how to tie the shoe almost immediately, and you'll go right into how it feels to tie the shoelace, because that's really something that you do by feel. It's not a project you do by visualization. In fact, if you don't believe me, sit down and try to visualize how you're going to tie that shoe, and you'll find out that's not the way you're actually doing it. And this happens all the time. Most of the things that we're doing, we touch them very lightly with visualization, and we do a lot of feeling, because that feeling is the interface between you and your subconscious and your body. And that is also the case in Kriya Yoga. Amazing, right? In fact, one of the things that my guru didn't like was pointing at chakras. Now, sometimes it's the easiest way to communicate about something. But the reason he didn't like it was you can't just point at it. You can't just see a picture of them. You have to go through the exercise of feeling inside and locating the place inside of your body by your feeling. That is primary for the Kriya Yoga. So all that time that you spend, I'm feeling into the body, I'm searching for that chakra, you think, oh my God, I'm wasting my time. Absolutely not. I'm here to tell you, it's gold. You're storing up gold every time you do that. It's absolutely fantastic, and I hope by the end of this video that you start to feel that way from the exercises I'm going to share with you. According to Todd Murphy, and I had a conversation with him about this specific part of the brain. According to him, when we're feeling inside of the body, we're using the caudate nucleus. It's a little circle of a part of your brain right about here and right about here, that caudate nucleus. And it's really amazing because it has to share a lot of information, because you stretch out one foot and it feels the earth, and that foot has to tell the brain what it felt and then translate it to the other caudate nucleus so that the other foot can land with precision based on the last piece of information that was collected by the other foot. So this part of your brain is just running information all the time, loves to share, and it gets really powerful. So I have an old video, it's called The Bliss Bounce, and that little exercise is amazing. It will teach you how much your caudate nucleus loves to share information and how blissful it can get. So every time you feel into the body, every time you feel into a chakra and you Om into it, you are exercising that caudate nucleus inside of your brain, and you're opening up your access to it. You're making it easier and more powerful every time you do that. And it's going to increase your intuition, and you're going to be able to feel into things which are not in your body more and more. And that's the part that opens up your intuition. So for a little exercise, let's just put our mind into our fingers. And so just pick one finger and just put your mind into the tip of that finger. And feel the temperature of the skin. Maybe feel if there's air blowing on the skin as it rests in the air. Feel the nail bed on top of the skin. Feel the nail as it goes under the skin. Feel the temperature of the flesh underneath the skin. If you can, feel the pulsing of the blood in the tip of the finger. Feel the flesh as it hangs on the bone. And down at the core, feel the bone itself. Now, is the bone cold? Of course not. It's very, very warm, insulated by all that flesh. Then you might start feeling sensations around, outside the skin. And so even in just one tiny little finger, there are so many things that you can feel. And you can spread out this exercise into the whole body. So let's try that a little bit right now. By the way, I was doing this exercise earlier today with one of my students, and he laughed. He goes, "Oh my God, I've been feeling inside my body so long that even this little exercise is causing bliss." Isn't that amazing? That is the strength of this Om Japa practice. Amazing. So now, really easy. Let's try to put our mind on the whole body. And this is an intermediary expansive exercise. So we're using our perception of the body, which is the caudate nucleus. We're feeling into the body. That's the caudate nucleus. It's going to be the left and the right. We're also getting a bit of expansion, which is the right hippocampus. And so let's first just feel the left foot. Put your mind into the whole left foot. Then put your mind into the whole right foot. Now put your mind into the left calf. Then feel into your right calf. Feel into all of your left thigh. Feel into the right thigh. Now put all of that together. Feel all of your legs all together. Feel the left side of your torso. Put your mind into the right side of your torso. Feel the left hand and the right hand. The left arm and the right arm. Now feel all of that together. The body, the arms, the legs, all together. Feel all of that at once. Feel all of your back. Feel all of your neck. Feel all of your head, all the way to your scalp and to the hairs on top of your head. Feel the skin on your face, the skin on your hands, the skin over your entire body. Feel the temperature of your entire body. Feel the pulse, if you can, running through your body. pushing in a wave-like manner. Feel the bones as the flesh hangs on them. Feel everything inside of your body at once. Hold it all inside of yourself as much as you possibly can. Now take a breath in, and when you take a breath in, feel as if that breath, don't visualize, but feel as if that breath is running through your whole body, from your feet to your head. And when you breathe out, let that breath feel as if it is flowing down through your whole body. And make that out breath just a little bit longer. Breathe in through the entire body as one. Breathe out and breathe through the whole entire body as one. I had a wonderful student who I gave Kriya to recently, and he said something really beautiful. He said, without any ego, he goes, I really don't have thoughts when I meditate. And I asked him what he'd been doing, and he told me he was doing that exercise, that he put the breath through the whole body. He could feel it going through the entire body, and his mind was in his entire body at once. And when you do that, it's just enough of your right brain that the mind will become silent. And it's a very, very nice. If we have trouble with the very big spaciousness that I talk about, if we have trouble with hakala, try this out. Use your caudate nucleus and feel through your whole body as one. Feel all of it as much as you can. Going in, going back out to the skin, going in, going back out to the skin, over and over. Feel the breath coming through the whole body, or feel the blood going through the whole body. It goes in a wave. The heart pumps it out and it waves through the body, and you can actually feel that. Try to feel some of those whole body sensations, and then watch what it does to you in your deep meditation. Try it out as an exercise and see what it does for you. See if you can feel and notice some more of that silence inside of yourself, because you're using just a bit more expansion. But this is the power of your caudate nucleus. This is the power of actually being there and feeling there. Sometimes I hear about a Kriya Yoga and they get caught up in some of the language that the old Kriya Yogis use, and they think that they're supposed to stay in one point like the spiritual eye as they do the entire Kriya. And what they're really looking for is a roll-up of consciousness. And this will happen automatically after you're done cleaning. But so far as I can tell, if your kitchen's dirty, you gotta be in the kitchen to clean the kitchen. You can't be in the attic hoping that I'm gonna clean the attic and magically the kitchen will be cleaned. It's very much the same case in all of the chakras. If you want to clean them out, you gotta be in them. You have to put your mind there. And then Om into that space where your mind is. That's the magic of the Om japa. And when you're in visualization, you're just not there. You see? You're not in the place that the cleaning needs to happen. You're building a castle in the sky of visualization, and it can be very pretty. And some of that visualization may translate to a feeling. But you're missing out on the pure power of just being in the place you're supposed to be to clean. And that's the magic of what Ashokji taught me with the Kriya Yoga, and his emphasis on you've got to actually feel it. And this is exactly how you communicate with your body all of the time. You feel it. You don't get a message of visualization that something's going on with your knee. No, you feel your knee and you know something's going on. So this is how we communicate with our body properly all the time. And we're just keying into that same exact process, exactly the way it works. Put your mind there, Om into that space, boom, you cleaned it out. Even if you didn't know, I'm not sure if it's working. If you did that, if I put my mind there and I Om into it and I don't know it's working, that's okay. Stick with it and you will begin to notice. So there are some wonderful visualizations out there. People really love them. I'm not saying that you have to stop all of that. I'm just saying don't miss out on the power of putting your mind there and Oming into it. It's so powerful. So I hope that you loved this. If you did, be sure to hit that bell down below so I can see all of you next time.